Columbus Blue Jackets center Mark Letestu and Edmonton Oilers defenseman Adam Larsson battle for the puck during first-period NHL action in Edmonton on March 27, 2018. What the hell was that? The Edmonton Oilers had been playing some pretty solid hockey lately, taking on strong playoff teams with a lot more to play for than they did, and the result was their best stretch of the. They were 7-2-2 in the last 11 games and actually starting to look like a half-decent team. And then came Tuesday, Fan Appreciation Night, and an epic 7-goal collapse that brought all of the ugly memories from this loss flooding back to the surface in a stunned, silent Rogers Place. "It was awful, horrible," said Connor McDavid, whose three-point night was lost in the flames of such a humbling defeat. "We had the good start and then the game just went right back to where we were at during the start of the year. It's disappointing. We had been playing well and doing a lot of things right. We obviously didn't do anything right tonight. We have to find a way to keep pucks out of our net. This was a choke job fans might have expected in the cold, dark days of October, or during that back-breaking 6-game losing streak in February. But this one, on the heels of how strong they've been lately, came totally out of left field. We got the start we wanted and then I don't know what happened," sighed defenseman Adam Larsson. "They are a good team and they are working hard, but our defensive game today was not even close to where it has to be. We let them get into the game late in the first and they just kept it rolling into the second. This is not the performance we wanted to put out there today. The fact they were up 3-0 in the first 10 minutes might have actually had something to do with it. The Oilers relaxed, betting a team that was 10-1 in its last 11 games couldn't score 3 goals in 50 minutes. They were wrong. Columbus scored 7. It's almost like we thought it was going to be an easy night after taking a 3-0 lead," said Milan Lucic. "There's a reason why they won 10 in a row before their last loss and we saw why. It's unfortunate, especially with the games leading up to this one. I thought our effort and attention to detail in the D zone were where we needed it to be to have success. That's why we were having success. Up until this game, Edmonton simply had no answer for the Blue Jackets' quickness and for the offensive abilities of their defense. The Oilers were a mess in its own zone, and Columbus exploited that soft, white underbelly for fun." Columbus Blue Jackets players celebrate a goal against the Edmonton Oilers during first-period NHL action in Edmonton on March 27, 2018. "They play a bit of a different game, especially offensively," said McDavid. "They are so mobile and so good defensively that I feel we had a really tough time covering it, especially with motion and that stuff. That is something to focus on and work on." Ryan Nugent-Hopkins saw it, too. "They're a fast team. They have a lot of skill and a lot of offense and their D are always in the rush so they're a hard team to handle," he said. "But at the same time, we've played teams like this before. We've played these guys before and had success in their building. It's nothing new. It's up to us to be able to handle it and perform for the whole 60 minutes and that's not what we did tonight." Oilers head coach Todd McClellan said his team knows better than that and is better than that, but wasn't willing to put in the effort. Edmonton Oilers defenseman Darnell Nurse 25 battles Columbus Blue Jackets forward Brandon Dubinsky during NHL action at Rogers Place in Edmonton March 27, 2018. "They Columbus cared a lot more about the defensive side of the puck than the team wearing orange," he said. "Tonight, we really didn't want to work. Our defensive game is something we've got to solve here. I think we're at 250 goals against and that's never, ever going to make the playoffs in any year. We've got to make some decisions in the locker room whether that's important enough. It certainly wasn't on Tuesday." McDavid was a little rattled when he slid into linesman Steve Barton, knocking his legs out in an accident that left the linesman unconscious. He had to be stretchered off the ice but was in good condition later in the evening. "It happened really fast," said McDavid. "I was just trying to get up the ice and I got pinched off and both of us went down. You obviously never want to see something like that happen. I am glad that everything looks okay right now and I'll be thinking about him." Email Tychkovsky@postmedia.com and Twitter @Rob Tychkovsky.